To map out nostalgia successfully, I also wanted to explore the negative way in which memories affect an audience. I wanted to explore how trauma could be created by exploiting viewer nostalgia. I tried to visualize animated moments which had scared me as a kid. I wanted to understand why I remembered them and how I could provoke them. I first looked into the uncanny, which created unease in the audience to an extent through familiarity. However, the uncanny was often associated with bad 3D animation and zombies. I needed something more psychologically significant that dealt with what was mentally projected through animation as well as visually. I had found the uncanny often referenced the abject, a theory penned by feminist psychoanalyst Julia Kristeva. The abject focuses on what is cast out from normal, as opposed to the uncanny, which is too close to normal. To quote Kristeva, there looms within abjection one of those violent dark revolts of being, directed against a threat that seems to emanate from an exorbitant outside or inside, ejected beyond the scope of the possible, the tolerable, and the thinkable. The abject exists outside of our cultured understanding of society. Confronting these ideas causes trauma psychologically. A corpse is a good example of abject trauma. We are not used to seeing blood or dead people in everyday life. Confronting these things scares us visually. The corpse also serves as a reminder of our own mortality. Facing the thought that we will die one day eventually affects us abjectly as well. To quote Kristeva again, the corpse or cadaver, that which has irremediably come a cropper, is cesspool and death. It upsets even more violently the one who confronts it as fragile and fallacious chance. The abject in animation can be provoked in a similar way to Bart's pleasure and bliss, by triggering emotions in the viewer through visual and mental elements. It is just as easy to install fear in an audience as it is to evoke joy through the remembrance of certain nostalgic memories. Before, it was a child riding a bike which evoked pleasure, but what if that child falls and breaks his leg? Suddenly the audience are watching an abject occurrence. Watching the boy get hurt is an uncomfortable voyeuristic experience. More interestingly, the audience is confronted with the possibility of returning to a memory of a similar pain. The pain of the child would represent the same pain felt by an audience member who has broken a bone before or experienced a similar injury. Therefore, it can be said that the triggering of the abject is as useful as Bart's bliss in the manipulation of an audience. By adding Kristeva's abject to my research, I now have a means of understanding both positive and negative nostalgia.